Welcome! In this video, we're going to cover some of the basics for creating a finished report using the Finished Report Designer. To get started, once you've opened the view and ran it, you can click the Finished Reports Designer button on the ribbon bar. If the view has not been ran already, VDM will ask you to run the view. This is required in order to see all your fields in the designer. Once I'm in the designer, I'm first going to set my grouping for the report, which is going to be grouped by contact name. Since I'm going to be using the group footer in this example, I'm also going to check the group footer box to enable it. Next, I'm going to add the fields that I need into the detail band. I will be placing order date, ship date, freight, and order ID into the detail band. It is worth noting that VDM has a default alignment on fields based on the data type. For example, fields with a string data type are by default left aligned. Fields that have a decimal data type will by default be right aligned. I am now going to create the headings for each of the fields in the detail band by adding 4 labels into the group header. I am also going to add an underline on each of the headings by either clicking the underline button at the top or using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-U. Now that I have finished the labels, I'm going to drag them over the corresponding fields in the detail band. Next, I'm going to drag the contact name field into the group header. This will have a font size of 16 and bold text. This field will be used to display each record for the contact. I am also going to align the text for the column headings as well as the fields in the detail band to be centered and middle aligned. Next, I'm going to add another label in the group footer. This label will be right aligned and centered with bold text. I am going to be using the group footer to show the sum of each client's freight, so I'm going to copy the freight field from the detail band into the footer. A useful tip for copying items in finished reports is that when a label is copied into another band, it will be placed in the same location that it was in. This can help keep things lined up. I now need to set the summary for the freight field in the footer. To do this, I will click on the field and then click the arrow to expand the label tasks and then change the summary from none to group. Once I have all my fields where they need to be, it's easy to see where I need to finish aligning text and what text I want to have bolded. The next thing I want to take care of is all the extra space in the report. To do this, I'm going to drag the group footer up to the bottom of the fields inside it. I'm also going to move all the fields in the group header up to the top of the band and do the same as the footer by dragging the bottom up. Now I'm going to add some color-coded lines to help display the data. This is only for demonstration purposes to help get an understanding of what band is being displayed and where it ends. The yellow line will represent all data that is inside the detail band. The green line will indicate the group header, and the red line will indicate the group footer. The last thing I'm going to do is add a report header and a page footer that I have saved in my gallery. Once the report is ready to be viewed, click the preview button at the top right of the screen. This report is showing each customer's order date, ship date, freight, and order IDs with the total of their freight at the bottom. For additional information on creating finished reports or other sections of VDM, check the links in the description.